I was thinking, and I just want to urge everybody, before you get yourself into a game or a lane, make sure you know all that goes into it. Not just all the good side, not just all the positive and the benefits that you see from coming from that thing. Make sure you know the tribulations and trials you're going to endure before you become successful or before you master that said thing. Because I see too many people who think you have to have a special gene or trait in order to be successful at a certain thing, but the biggest thing is consistency. And I truly believe people aren't consistent because when they're planning so far out in their goals, they only see it blissfully. They only see everything going right. For them, it's a straight line from point A to point B. When in all actuality, success is very silent. Well, the input that goes into success is very silent. It's silent, it's lonely, and it's very unpredictable. And I feel like that's why most people stop. It's not that they can't do it. It's not that they're not worthy of accomplishing it, but they didn't prepare for all that comes with it. They just saw one side of it. And it's so many people just it's an old meme out there. Um it's a picture, one like basically a picture on top of each other. And it's two guys digging for gold. One guy is leaving the gold, but the goal was like, let's just say 2 feet away from where he was, but he gave up thinking like, I'm nowhere near the goal. The other guy was in the same position that the other guy left from, but he was continue going forward towards the goal. The gold. I said gold. That's the same thing with success. Anybody can be successful at something. You can literally do whatever you want to do, but it's just who's going to stay in the race long enough to see themselves through it. That's really all it is. Everybody that you see doing the thing that you want to do, battle the same emotions you're going through currently right now. They were tired. They were unmotivated sometimes. They were undisciplined sometimes. They didn't think it was for them sometimes. They wanted to give up, but they just kept on going and pushing. And the little wins you do get in between, because I know we want to see the big wins, but the little wins you do get in between, you got to use those wisely to keep you propelling forward to see that big win. But everybody is worthy of seeing that big win. Everybody is worthy of being successful. But all the input that goes into success, like I said, is silent. It's unpredictable. The only thing loud from it is the output, which is the results from success. And people see everybody's results. They don't see all the work that went into it. They don't see the lonely nights, the sleepless nights, the not having money, losing money, investing into your business. You know what I mean? Crying, probably not seeing progress from your body if you got to lose a drastic amount of weight. All that goes into it. And everybody that you see successful went through their own version of a certain battle. But just because you didn't see it or didn't witness it doesn't mean it didn't exist. The results are like literally 1 to 2% of the whole equation. That's literally the tip of the iceberg. You know how iceberg, the tip of it is above the water, and you think, oh, that's all. But beneath it is like it covers so much ground and space. No, that's how the journey of success is. And like I said, anybody can be successful if you just stay consistent and dedicated. That's why also, not only is it important to know the ins and outs and like the good and bad of whatever you're enduring to be well prepared for it and well equipped for it, it's also good to pick a lane that you're kind of passionate in. You can obviously chase the money if you want to, chase the bread, because a lot of people out there who became successful chasing the bread. But when you choose something that you're really passionate about, you're more inclined to stay in it when things do get hard. Because if you're just chasing the money, it might take a long time for the money not to come. It might take months, might take years. So are you willing to do that same thing without getting what you actually wanted before you started, which is the money? But if you flip that and doing something that you're passionate about that you was doing way before the money even came into the equation, you'll wind up making money off of that because you'll stay more consistent and dedicated at that craft. So just understand that, because I be tired of seeing people in comments and things just being like Debbie Downers. Oh, well, he got this. Well, his dad was this. Well, he saw this. That doesn't matter. We live in an age of information and knowledge. You can search anything up. You can learn from everybody else's story. You can avoid all the roadblocks that they faced to get to where they got to faster than they got there. So it's really all up to you. Every day is really just a battle with yourself. It's a battle with yourself and not being sucked into the outside world and where you think you should be compared to everybody else that you want to be, everybody else at the level you want to be at. You know what I mean? So just understand that before you pick a field to go into, whether that's fitness, training people, or getting your own body right, experimenting on yourself, whether that be business, um, whatever it entails. Just make sure you know the positive and negative, or the good and the rough patches that's going to come along with you being successful in that craft or that field. And also think, it's not guaranteed, you don't have to, but just think about picking a field that you're passionate in. Think about doing something you've always done or thought about doing for free in your whole life that you never really thought about monetizing, because those are the things that be well worth it. Because like I said, everybody's success story is going to be tough way more times than it's going to be good. And when you're doing something that you're passionate about, those are more inclined to keep you in it, in the race during those tough times, you know. So